Paracelsus was born on 1493 in Salzburg, Austria. He was the only son of an impoverished doctor and chemist. His mother died when he was young, and this led to his father's decision that they needed to move so that they would not be reminded of his mother's death. They moved to Austria, and Paracelsus attended the Bergschule, where he learned how to analyze mining operations in gold, tin, mercury, iron, and copper sulfate. During this time, he learned of metals that grow in the earth, and he also watched the transformations of metal, which initially sparked his interest in chemistry. Paracelsus had attended 5 colleges in just 5 years due to the fact that he was disappointed in the way the professors had taught. A few of the universities are Basel, Vienna, Wittenberg, Leipzig, and Cologne. He would often teach people that the human being has 2 bodies, a visible body that belongs to earth and an invisible body that belongs to heaven. When working with a patient, Paracelsus would have them form mental images in which they were healed, and it translated it into profound physical cure. After brief work in the medical field, Paracelsus was able to become an army surgeon and entered in the Netherlands War. Paracelsus was often quoted by saying that dreams which reveal the supernatural are promises and messages that God sends us directly. They are nothing but his angels, his ministering spirits, who usually appear to us when we are in a great predicament. This is the quote that Paracelsus often lived by. In 1521, he served again as an army surgeon in Italy. His wanderings eventually took him to Egypt, Arabia, the Holy Land, and finally Constantinople. Everywhere he went, he sought out the most learned exponents of practical alchemy. In 1530, he wrote a clinical description of syphilis, in which he maintained that the disease could be successfully treated by carefully measuring doses of mercury compounds to take internally. He was the first person to suggest this idea that it could only be contracted by contact. Paracelsus came up with a germ theory, which stated that diseases were entities in themselves. He came up with the idea to administer specific medicines instead of using the traditional cure of all remedies. He also introduced the black hellebore to pharmacology by prescribing the correct amount to alleviate the pain. For example, he would recommend the use of iron for poor blood, stating that only the metals were necessary for healing. He also created a few terms such as chemistry, gas, and alcohol. The last thing that Paracelsus had discovered was that zinc was a... Sadly, Paracelsus died on September 24th in 1541 at the age of 47.